SEBA Answer 2026 to 2027. Class 10. English Literature. Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. Complete point-to-point summary. Simple and easy English. About the chapter. This chapter is an extract from the autobiography Nelson Mandela called Long Walk to Freedom. It describes the inauguration ceremony of Nelson Mandela as the first black president of South Africa. The end of apartheid. Mandela's ideas about freedom, courage, love, equality, and humanity. 1. Background of the chapter. South Africa was under the system of apartheid. Apartheid means a system where people were separated and treated differently because of their race. Black people were badly treated by white rulers. Nelson Mandela and the African National Congress, ANC, fought against apartheid. Mandela spent about 30 years in prison for the freedom struggle. In 1994, democratic elections were held. Nelson Mandela became the first black president of South Africa. 2. The historic day 10th May 1994. The day of inauguration was 10th May 1994. The ceremony took place at the Union Buildings in Pretoria. Earlier, this building was the center of white rule. Now it became the place of a new democratic government. Leaders from more than 140 countries attended the ceremony. Mandela felt proud and emotional. Important point. The ceremony symbolized the end of racial discrimination, the victory of justice and equality, the birth of a free South Africa. 3. Swearing-in ceremony. First, Mr. de Klerk became the second deputy president. Then Thabo Mbeki became the first deputy president. After that, Nelson Mandela took oath as president. Mandela promised to obey the constitution, to work for the welfare of the people, to create peace and equality. 4. Mandela's speech main ideas. Mandela said, South Africa had suffered from a terrible human disaster called apartheid. The country had experienced oppression for many years. But now freedom had finally come. Important lines. Never, never, and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another. Meaning? No race would dominate another race again. All people would live equally. 5. Meaning of extraordinary human disaster. Mandela used this phrase for apartheid, racial discrimination, cruel treatment of black people. Why? Because people lost freedom. Families suffered. Human rights were denied. Society became divided. 6. Glorious human achievement. Mandela called democracy and freedom a great human achievement, a victory for justice and humanity. Why? Because blacks and whites now had equal rights. South Africa became democratic. People of all races could live together peacefully. 7. Air show and military salute. Jets, helicopters, and soldiers performed in the sky. The military saluted Mandela. Why was it important? Earlier, these same forces supported apartheid. They would have arrested Mandela. Now, they respected him. They supported democracy. This showed big change in South Africa. Acceptance of the new government. 8. Two national anthems. Two national anthems were sung. One by white people. One by black people. Importance. It symbolized unity, equality, a new beginning, respect for all races. 9. Mandela remembers history. Mandela thought about the past. White rulers created a cruel system of racial domination. Black people suffered for many years. But now, that cruel system had ended forever. He felt emotional, proud, thankful to freedom fighters. 10. Tribute to freedom fighters. Mandela thanked many leaders who fought against apartheid. Important leaders mentioned: Oliver Tambo, Walter Sisulu, Chief Luthuli, Yusuf Dadu, Bram Fisher, Robert Sobukwe. Mandela's feelings. He believed he was only a part of their long struggle. He respected their sacrifices deeply. 11. Apartheid's effects. Bad effects. Apartheid caused pain, suffering, poverty, discrimination, brutality. But it also created brave leaders, courageous people, fighters for justice. 12. Mandela's idea of courage. Mandela learned courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Meaning, brave people also feel fear. True courage means controlling fear. Example: freedom fighters faced torture, prison, violence. Yet they continued their struggle. 13. Love is natural, hate is learned. Mandela says, nobody is born hating others. People learn to hate. Therefore, they can also learn to love. Important message: love, kindness, and humanity are natural qualities. 14. Mandela's twin obligations. Mandela says every person has two duties. 1. Duty towards family, parents, wife, children. 2. Duty towards country and people, society, community, nation. Problem in South Africa. Black people could not fulfill both duties because of apartheid. 15. Mandela's childhood freedom. As a child, Mandela felt free to run in fields, to swim in rivers, to enjoy village life. But later he realized his freedom was only an illusion. Black people were not truly free. 16. Mandela's understanding of freedom changed. As a student, he wanted personal freedom, freedom to study and move freely. Later, he wanted freedom for all black people, equality and dignity for everyone. This changed his life completely. 17. Joining the freedom struggle. Mandela joined the ANC because black people's freedoms were limited. People suffered injustice. The struggle transformed him from a normal man to a freedom fighter, from a peaceful lawyer to a revolutionary. 18. Freedom is indivisible. Mandela believed, if one person is not free, nobody is truly free. The suffering of one group affects all humanity. Important idea: both the oppressed, the oppressor, lose their humanity.